Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it is not for you. And for the record, I am not wearing the same clothes every day. It's called a thermal. I got a comment there. Somebody said, you look like you've been wearing the same stuff for a couple days. Well, it's a thermal. What do you want from me? Anyway, welcome to the pit. Thank you. Topic of today's pit will be Perry, Iowa. Okay, so we made it 4 days into the new year, and then we had a school shooting. Sixth grader lost his life. Three other students and a faculty member were wounded, and the shooter apparently took his own life. This was in Perry, Iowa. He was a 17-year-old student at the school who did it. They found him, killed by his own weapon. This might sound a little crazy, but every time this happens, the anti-AR crowd starts, doing their thing. This kid had a shotgun, regular pump shotgun. I got one when I was 10 years old to go dove hunting with, and a small caliber handgun. I'm picturing like a 38 maybe or something. It doesn't really matter. It's just for once, it's not going to be assault rifle related. This wasn't an LGB thing or anything like that I've been able to see. All I've been able to see is this 17-year-old was relentlessly bullied at this school. Relentlessly bullied. And instead of standing up for himself or doing something, maybe this is what he decided to do. This is what I always call in the pit just a lose, 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 lose. No winners in this. You could say, well, at least he's gone. And so's that one sixth grader, and the other ones that were injured will have to live with this for the rest of their lives. This kid's parents are probably completely innocent. I don't know yet, but I'm assuming they are. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. So their lives are turned upside down now too. And this is what happens every time something like this happens. And this is what I keep saying on the pit. You guys, with the guns and posing and the obsession, and it's like, I get it, you're flexing your Second Amendment, that's cool, but like I said, they're counting what you got. And this shooting here, this has nothing to do with the Second Amendment. This is probably a mentally ill student to begin with who's getting relentlessly bullied, and I don't know why he chose a sixth grader. Can't even fathom a sixth grader bullying a 17-year-old, especially this kid. I'm not on purpose saying his name or showing an image. You can find it yourself, because I don't promote the killer type people. I don't. The real news started doing that a long time ago, and I think it's it's the right thing to do, is not to put the spotlight on the shooter, put the spotlight on the victims. But maybe we'd have a couple less shooters around if we knew more about them. An autopsy, maybe something wrong up there. I don't. It's all speculation right now, and it's just like it's the fourth day in, and already with that, we had in Times Square on New Year's Eve. Actually, that was probably the first one. The guy that drove, I'm sure you've all heard by now, he drove a SUV into a group of people, and I don't know if people got killed in that or just hurt or both. I have to admit, it just kind of went across my blotter, but I didn't really pay attention. But all I know is there was one. And I was me and my wife were legitimately praying for Times Square New Year's Eve that nothing bad would happen. To all the Americans there trying to celebrate New Year, especially with this influx, from the southern border. It's not. It's just not the same as it used to be. But anyway, going back to the pit, and I scattered a little bit there. When is this going to stop? When is it going to stop? And it ain't going to stop with gun laws. We already have 20,000 gun laws on the books. You got to find the source, and the source is usually at home. Like I've said before, I had a bully problem through, I'd say, about K through 5, kindergarten through 5th grade. This kid just relentlessly bullied me. And all I ever would fantasize about was being Spider-Man or something for a day, and just, kicking this guy's all over the yard. But again, just a fantasy. Until I came home beat up really bad one day, and my mom put me in martial arts. And I I am in no way, shape, or form John Wick, but I flew through it. I ended up stopping around purple belt because I felt I was equipped enough for what I need in my life. You know, if I was going to go compete or go in MMA or something, yeah, then of course I'd have gone further. But by hitting that belt and doing the things that I do to make that belt, I'm pretty confident in myself. And then when I was put to the test, the bully didn't do so well. So, and nobody got hurt. I split his lip. I think I knocked a tooth loose. But boys will be boys, right? We both woke up the next day. You know, my knuckles were sore, and I'm pretty sure his face was sore, but we lived. You know, we lived and got to tolerate each other after that day. Let's just say he learned to tolerate me, I guess, because he left me alone after that. And that's not always going to be the case, but that was the case in my case. That's why I always say, you know, protect your children. Stay vigilant about protecting your children. They're the future patriots. They're the future Americans. They're the future office holders. They're the voters. We have to take care of them, you know, and arming teachers, having cops at school. I'm not for arming teachers. Not every human is made to hold a gun, and most people that are teachers aren't made of the same kind of metal it would take. You know, I would have a fear that they would lose their weapon to the in this case we'll say the enemy. They will lose their weapon because they're not going to pull the trigger. So not that that's not it. But the cop on campus, I'm always for that. Why not? You know, you're not really 18 yet. You don't really have rights of your own. So that locker you call yours ain't yours. That cop should be able to unlock it anytime he wants and look in it. Violating your rights? I don't really think so. You're in school. You know, it's not your property. That's their property. But that's a topic for another pit. So all I'd ask of you guys today, other than to please like, subscribe, and share this pit. Still trying to hit that 100. You guys are being very, very stingy. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'll keep doing them. I'll get there eventually. But anyway, you know, I just wanted to say, pray, you know, as members of the pit, let's all just pray at some point today for Perry, Iowa, and for the one student that definitely lost his life and everybody else that's affected by this, because again, lose all the way around, lose. So anyway, for that, with all that being said, stay vigilant in America, especially nowadays, and you know, stay looking forward, but watch your back. I mean, really watch your back. There are just some crazy ass people out there, and like I think it was said in The Dark Knight when trying to explain the Joker's motives. And I think it was Alfred or it was Commissioner Gordon, I'm not sure which, but someone said some people just like to watch shit burn. And that's what some people out here, unfortunately, are just like that. They just like to watch shit burn. So, with that being said, stay safe, please. You know, stay vigilant, stay safe. God bless each and every one of you. Stay, you know, I hope God blankets us all. This is a horrible way to start off the new year. And so anyway, God bless you. God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in, even in these times. And even on things like this, you know, this just happens, and we have to just pray. And we got to know things are going to get better. They have to. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. And if you could like, subscribe, and share, I'd really appreciate that. And until next time, I'm tuning out. So stay tuned. I'll be back.